Here we go again with these stupid stories. My goodness. And so many people falling for it. So many people piling on. Not that it's not something we should talk about, but let's keep our eyes on the prize and stay focused. It's ridiculous. It really is. This is a non-starter for me. I don't care. The only reason I'm addressing it is because, like I said in the title, it's a distraction. Where do I begin? Okay. First, let me just address the actual incident, okay? Justin Trudeau in blackface or brownface, I guess both. See, this is the political correctness. We have to be accurate with describe brownface technically. It's so stupid. But anyway, the guy dressed in brownface in 2001. My thoughts on it? So what? Who cares? Who's honestly offended by this? Not that it's not offensive. I mean, I guess. But who is really worked up and in their feelings about this besides the woke cancel culture left? Those are the only people who are really just pretending like they're just shocked and appalled, pearl clutching. Oh my God! It's because he's one of their own. So their reaction is really more about like, how could you? How could you betray us? I mean, who in their right mind who's passing judgment on this dude can say, I've never done anything wrong in my past. My past is squeaky clean. Because if you think that, you might actually be on the left. You might be a leftist because that's how they act, holier than thou, all the time. But here's the truth about this man dressing in brown face and blackface. I guess it was in 2001. It doesn't matter because it's in the past. Here he is now. And the thing about it is, it's cancel culture. So should his election, what is he, prime minister? I don't know what they call it up there. President, prime minister, whatever. Should his election be completely derailed? Should he be canceled for it? The answer is no. Not because I endorse it. Now, let me address that because I already know some people hear what they want to hear. I'll get called sellout. I'll get called all these names for it. But that's because people want to hear, they hear what they want to hear. So they already have their minds made up. They just want to disagree. Not because I'm wrong, but because they know that I'm right. No, he shouldn't be canceled and have his whole life ruined for that. Just like I didn't think Ralph Northam should have canceled all of his, cancel that guy. It is what it is. It's in his past. And if they apologize, let's move on from it. The reason why I'm against it is because they use it against their political adversaries all the time. I think it's all wrong. Like Kevin Hart. Why should Kevin Hart be canceled? Why should Trudeau be canceled? Why should anybody be canceled for doing something stupid in the past, especially if they come forward and apologize for it? Now, Trudeau's an idiot because how long ago did this happen? You knew you were running for a re-election. Why wouldn't you get out ahead of this? Cover your tracks, dummy. Don't you know how the internet works? It's so stupid. Canceling people for what they do in the past is pointless. But if you know you've done some dirt in your past, why not get out ahead of it? It's because when you're on the left, you're awarded that kind of privilege. That's why they're talking about the context of which he did it in. Oh, well, it wasn't in the context of racism. He was actually celebrating, was it Arabian culture, Aladdin? He's celebrating it. So even though it's still wrong, it's not that wrong. See how they try to rationalize it? But if anybody to the right of Bernie Sanders, regardless of what country they're in, because all these Western countries have this woke culture now, if you're to the right of Bernie Sanders or to the right of whatever leaders in that country, it doesn't matter what context you did it in. It doesn't matter if you apologize. You'll be nailed to the cross and we'll cancel your entire life. Not just your life, your family's life, anybody that knows you. You need your Twitter deleted. You should be banned from existence. Depersoned, deplatformed. And hell no, you're not getting reelected. And your apology's not enough. That's how it works. That's how it works. That's why I'm against it all. Because I don't think he should be canceled just because people on the right would be canceled. I think nobody should be canceled for that kind of crap. Judge people on what they do right now. That's my take on it. Now, this is all one big distraction. Look at the timing of it. Why now? Is it really because he's running for re-election? Is that why we're talking about it now? Is that why everybody's pouncing on it, jumping on it? Like, ooh, Trudeau, gotcha, canceled. Is that why everyone's talking about it? Why are they bringing it up now? What are they trying to distract us from? Because let's be real, this is going to be forgotten about in a couple days. If not by the end of the day, there'll be a new news story. This will be a very short election, or not election. This will be a very short news cycle until it's time for his election. But they got us talking about it now. Is it because they want to distract us from something more serious? Something that deserves more media coverage? Like, I don't know, the Democrat donor Ed Buck in LA, who it took 3 people overdosing in his apartment before they arrested this man. The lawlessness of that city, the corruption, was it West Hollywood or LA? I don't know. But the lawlessness of bodies turning up in somebody's house and them not being investigated until the third one, where it's like, all right, fine, damn, I guess we have to do something now. It's a little too obvious. Why would they distract us from that? Why is that not the top headline instead of some silly Canadian leader dressed in brownface? They got us distracted from that. Why not continue talking about the corruption? Somebody with millions of dollars who can pay off local law enforcement, fund local elections so that they don't get brought to justice for their wrongdoing. They're evil. This man is evil, but we're not talking about it anymore because Trudeau and blackface. Or the fact that an airplane that was headed for the Bahamas out of Miami was sabotaged by a mechanic so that it would crash. And come to find out, the mechanic who sabotaged that plane had ties to ISIS. Why is that not a headline grabber right there? Why are we not talking about that? They're trying to hide that. Yeah, ISIS related. Let's be frank, you're right. ISIS related. That's a bigger headline than this crap. See, that's what I mean. It's just one big distraction. When these stories come out, guys, look at the timing and ask yourselves, with as silly as this headline is, why are we talking about this? What else is really going on? What are they distracting us from? Pay attention. Pay attention to whatever goes on today that doesn't get the reporting that it should. Because this is timing. This is from 2001, if I'm not mistaken, this picture or the videos or whatever it is. Why are we talking about it right now? Who decided, let's leak this right now? You know what I'm saying? What else is going on? What else are they trying to distract us from? These stupid headlines. The Kavanaugh thing, that was a big distraction. Distracting us probably from Ed Buck, distracting us from other things going on. The darkness is coming to light. That's what they're distracting us from. Right? Every time something comes out to light, every time, they distract us with something else. Look at Ralph Northam. Remember that horrible soundbite of this man talking about after birth abortions? Oh, we're going to keep the infant comfortable, and then a discussion would ensue between the doctor and the mother. What happened a couple days after it came out what the Democrats really want to do? Picture surface of this man in blackface from the 80s. Why wouldn't that, if it were so important, why wouldn't those pictures surface before he ran for governor? He just got elected for governor in 2017? And he was running against Ed Gillespie. Why wouldn't that information surface then? No, they waited until after he took office, after they smeared Ed Gillespie with the propaganda commercial of him driving a pickup truck with "Don't Tread on Me" license plates, chasing down minority kids, to smear him and to try to paint the false narrative of right-wingers, conservatives being these bigots. Come to find out, if there was an actual bigot, it would be Ralph Northam. The man dressed in literal blackface, or the Ku Klux Klan hood. And if you want to talk about context, since that's what they're going to afford Trudeau because he's a lefty, look at the context of Ralph Northam. But he's still the governor of Virginia because they don't care. They do not care about this stuff. This is a distraction. And they wanted to distract us from the infanticide that the left is really about. So the timing of this. Now, I'm not sure what else is going on in the news because, I'm just now seeing all these people report on the Trudeau thing, even though the news broke last night. I'm wondering what else is going on. So all I have to say to you guys is do your research. Dig around. See what other stories they're trying to cover up and put these non-starter, pointless stories in front of us to have us talking and distracted. That's all I had to say. I want to keep this short. As always, like, share, subscribe. Thanks to everybody that's donated. You guys are amazing. I have a big time announcement coming probably this time next week. I'm not sure yet, but just be on the lookout for that. There's a huge announcement. I'm excited. I can't wait to tell you guys about it. Just be on the lookout for that. It's going to be amazing. God bless you. Make America great again. Trump 2020. Don't be distracted. Don't believe the lies. God bless you. I'll catch you guys in the next stream.